want to congratulate you guys on an excellent week at the Acceleration Academy. I saw lots of good learning. Lots of good learning and lots of quality teaching. I don't know about you guys, but I feel I made some friends that I'm going to keep for the rest of my life. We have a special presentation for you this afternoon. When I was informed that I'd be working at the Acceleration Academy as part of the Sontag branch, I had one person that I wanted to call, and the first person I called was Wanda Morel. Wanda Morel was my student back in 1993. That was 20 years ago. In 1993, I had a brother, Greg, who died of cancer. After my brother, Greg, died, Wanda came up to me and he said, "Don't worry, I offer myself to you as a brother." And I've never forgotten that. When Wanda was in my class, he wasn't the best student I had, but he was the most determined. And above all, he was a terrific listener. And that's a skill that we all need to improve on, active listening. Wanda listened and learned and took in everything I talked about. We had a bond with basketball. Wanda was a good basketball player, but became an even better football player. He went from the Bruce School to Central Catholic, graduated in 1999, number 55 on the football team, starting outside linebacker and defensive end, and helped them win a state championship. From there he went to Dean Junior College and was seen by the University of Massachusetts. After playing at UMass, he decided he went on many different jobs, tried many different ventures, and now he's working as a fitness instructor. So let's have a big round of applause for Sean T.
The Dominican one.
My friend and brother, the Dominican Sean T. Wanda Morel.
Thank you so much. Thank you. How you guys? Can you hear me? Like I said, this is like my efforts got me here today. It's so much emotion because I was there one day. I was in this gym. I was eating my breakfast every day here, and it's home. It's home, and I dreamed about it. I prayed about it. I lost sleep about it, but you can never. It's like a dream come true right now for me, and I appreciate the Acceleration Academy for bringing me in here, bringing me home, and I'm proud to, because there were ugly moments. I'm proud to stand here today and offer you my brotherhood. I'm an alumni here, and today I could help out, and that's why I'm turning. It's pretty much like a tour to me this year, just this year alone. And I appreciate you inviting me home and sharing what I've been through to how this place got me to the tools that I needed to when I was happy, when it was ugly, when things got tough. I always kept what I learned here, in here, and here. So, like I said, I grew up right in Lawrence, right in Margin Street, Butler Street, Lowell area. So I was close to here. So obviously I was come here. I started with the Little Bruce School, and I don't remember the year. But I'm just gonna let you know how my little travels and everything led to me be a better man in life. And I started here in the 5th grade. I moved from the Little Bruce to the Big Bruce, we'll say, we used to call it. And I had Mrs. Sayas at one point, and coming from a broken home with no father, no mom. They were around, they were mom and dad, but never around their kids. They always were mom and dad, husband and wife for them. Had their own little vacations, left us alone early in our lives. I came from 6 siblings in my family. I had 3 older siblings, 2 brothers and a sister that were older. In my sense, they looked older than me. They act older, but they were young, and they had to go out in their world and figure it out by themselves. So it was pretty much me and my little sister, my twin sister at the time, and to raise pretty much ourselves. Because my mom and my dad were doing their own thing, going back and forth to Santo Domingo. My older siblings, my 2 brothers and my little sister, they were all out and about taking care of their lives. Because my father and my mom wasn't around for them, so they had to go out there and defend for themselves. So one broken family pretty much broke one generation and the second, because they wasn't brother and sister to me, because they were taking care of their own lives. So everybody missed out. And not having a dad and a strong base. And that's what this place was meant to me. At an early age, I knew this place was like my home. I spent more time here in the boys' club than I did in my actual home, because there was no parents around. So I wanted to be around people. And so I met Mr. Argenciano at 7th grade. And before that, everybody in the hood knew Mr. Argenciano, the sharpshooter, the basketball player, the motivator, he had a mission. Everybody knew his mission. And it was always something positive about his name. Always came to me at an early age. Oh, you're going to go to the Bruce, you're going to get this teacher. Every time, I don't know where people just are like, you're going to go to the Bruce, and you're going to go, and you're going to be in Mr. Argenciano's class. You see, go see him. And all of a sudden, God led me to him and being in his class, and we bonded. More than a teacher and a student, I needed more discipline because I wasn't getting it at home. There was nobody at home. I was getting compassion when I needed. I was getting toughness from him, being how to be fair. From his own experience, he was an athlete at his level, young at his mission, his passion. He had dreams. And I don't know where a freak accident killed everything, and how he motivated himself to keep with that dream and being around what he knew, what made him Mr. Argenciano. And I took a lot from him, from his videos, movies, from his music, his posters. And at the early age, I used to see him as a teacher, and then he used to have a job at the mall, in the sneakers, at Foot Locker. So you know what I mean, at a young age, he was defending himself to survive, you know what I mean? I seen that. I seen the good in people right away, and I always attached to it because I didn't have it at home. So I always went to that positive and got myself and hold on and learn from his own mistakes, we'll say, his own downs and falls. And I took that and I rode it, and I'm a better man because of him. You know, I'm 33. I learned how to bounce and come back from, we'll say, from the dead because of him. I had that inner voice of never giving up. You're gonna go through stuff. Pick up yourself up. You've been alone all your life, so you know what I mean? So you're gonna defend me, who I am, better than nobody could. So I learned that from him, even from, even the movies, even the music. He used to quiz us in the movies for things to look out. So that made me focus on the message that he was trying to teach. You know what I mean? It wasn't just because he wanted to put a movie. He learned it. He studied it. He wanted to give us a message. And just him alone having little quizzes every time the movie was ending, like, we'll say a day later. You had to pay attention because you never know what he was going to ask. You know what I mean? What was the message? What was Rocky's name? What was his trainer's name? So it made you focus to really take that message and apply it. I took it like that. I took it. And that was his message, and I learned that. I learned him from playing music to always have a smile, always listen to music and take the positive of it. It could be bachata, it could be country, it could be rock. Take the point of it, and music could take you a lot of ways, and I'd applied it. Everywhere I'm at, I had the loudest music. I'm telling you, I was always happy, always singing. And so I finished here. At 8th grade, I had Mr. O'Brien, Miss Alinsky. So it was like from a great motivator to another. So it kept me going. The puzzle was always positive. This place was like, always kept me in the right direction. Their teaching always from 7 to 8, from 5, 6, 7, 8. And it led all the way to me succeeding at Central Catholic, coming out of Lawrence. My English was all, broken down, and still is. And just succeeding, because I wasn't strong as a student, I'll be honest. I wasn't strong as a student, but they gave me, like I said, they gave me the tools to be confident. So it's all right to fall down. It's all right to fail, but you got to work. Your efforts is going to lead you somewhere. Your own efforts. You're going to have up and downs, And, but just the tools that they always gave me, the boys club kept me here. And like I said, I always, every day, used to go back there because I didn't have the love at home. And I'm talking about just not the love, the respect, the discipline they installed in me. They brand their mission in me to when things got tough. And then I finished at Central. I played sports at Central, obviously. I wasn't the strongest student, but I always worked at it. And I finished there, top of the line athlete. I had a few people wanted me to play for them in college because my grades were low. So what I did, I didn't turn down. I went to junior college. Okay, no excuses. I knew what was, okay, that's what I needed to get. I needed to get better grades. It's not gonna stop me. Let me go to junior college. Let me take that step. And again, meanwhile, these were the people helping me make no choices. Again, it was my choice, but they were there to help me out. My parents weren't there. So see how they led me to the right direction to see a lot of things. And I went to junior college. There, my work ethic, my effort got me better grades than ever because they wanted to judge me because I had low SATs, you know? And I proved them wrong. I got better grades. I was a top athlete there. I did 2 years there. So I graduated as a sophomore. I got my associates from Dean Junior College in Franklin. And my hard work got UMass Amherst to pretty much come and play for us and offer me a full scholarship. So now, a kid from Lawrence, that's like a millionaire. That's a free school, for sure. And I'm talking about like in the same structure that the Bruce had, the boys club. See how I always led to, because of them. Football was just a tool, because football used to give you that structure that I always accustomed to. I was always here, following their advice, their mission. So football used to help me out to get motivated, stay in the right path, to be a better student because they helped you out with study hall. It was like a really schedule. You really had to not mess up, we'll say. Follow the guidelines. You're part of the football team, you got a better good grades. You better go to classes, not be late, always on time, pay it forward. You know what I mean? Get ready for the games. There was always a schedule, and I was great at it, beautiful at it. Because I was already been there. I've been there. So it was easier to me. It was easy for me. It was. And then again, I didn't have it at home, so I always led to what I learned from them. Then I went to UMass Amherst. I had 2 more years left of football because I was already a sophomore. You're only in college for 4. You're allowed to play 4 years in sports. So I was already a junior. They're a top athlete. Signing autographs, Wanda Morel, 55, going to schools and introducing myself to them. And I just going out there in the community and doing the right things, paying it forward. You know, his teachings, my mission, it was to pay it forward. Always been to pay it forward. Always been, never forgot. Even when I was down, I always was like, hold on, one day I got to pay it forward. And then at one time, I came home from a winter break. It was the winter break, December 25th, we'll say. I was home for like a month. I decided to go home. Everybody else in the team and the coaches were like, stay here, get stronger, keep that discipline, don't go home, we'll train you, we keep on training you. Pretty much keep in the system. They have me in the system, but I decided to go home to get some rice and beans, a little haircut, just to feel that homebound. And I came home, I decided to go to a party one time. It was my choice, I had no parents at home, so it was my choice always. It's always been my choice. I've always been in control of me. And I got into a car accident, broke my neck. And they took a bone from here, I broke C4 and C5. And there goes the free school, and there goes my dream, my effort got me to work hard for, what I really wanted in life. You know, so I was down a little bit. Like I said, This place kept me alive. Not that I was down like to finish my own, but this is teaching Mr. Argentiano's voice. It's all right, because it's gonna be all right. It's only a little stepping stone, little block in your driveway, in your highway of life that you just gotta step by. And it hurt a little bit. It hurt at times. It hurt at times because I wasn't the football player. You know what I mean? And right away, like he said, I paid attention quick. Because even at that night when I broke my neck, the doctor's like, you're lucky. I was like, there goes football, I'm good. You know what I mean? So I paid. It wasn't like it had to beat it out of me. Oh man, I was down because I'm not playing football anymore. I missed. No, it wasn't none of that. Right away, the doctor told me, I was a good listener. He said, you're lucky to be alive. And that was it. You meaning I wasn't crying about football. It's more like I let people down. I was an investment gone wrong, I felt like. Because they did put their time and their care and their love and their, to see me succeed, not only as a football player, but just to make better choices, because that wasn't a good choice, right? That wasn't a good choice at all. I should have stayed at school and focused on what I needed to be done for that month instead of going home, but that was my choice. And that's why it was easier to take. I made that choice. I was the one, we'll say, driving. I was the one drinking. It was 5 of us, we'll say. But I didn't was like, it's your fault. You drove. Oh, you gave me liquor. No, I was there too. I took responsibility right away. It was my fault. And it was easier to eat. Because it wasn't nobody's fault. Meaning I'm your friend forever. Because we're drinking and driving now. And we got in an accident. Now I'm going to blame you. We were all together that night. So it was easier to take. I decided to go back to school, but it was quick. It was like 3 months later. I wasn't playing sports. I was like, let me be a student now, because I still had their teaching. Okay, you still move on. It's not about football. You still gotta need their degree. You still need education. So I needed to go forward. I needed. So I went back to UMass Amherst. But 2 weeks before that, there goes my house burned. And like I said, I never opened up like this, because it's a lot. And I don't want to, not that you're gonna do, but I don't open up, because it's a lot. And I still went, and I was laughed at because my clothes smelled like smoke. I had a job when I went over there in college when I was a regular student. I was a caterer. And my first day of the job, I walk in with my bandeja, with my plate thing, the football team. I would cater. My first day of the job, it was to cater to the football team. And his teachings, this place, got me to get my chin up and still serve it, Okay, I went back into the kitchen real quick, but this kept me to, that was nothing. I've been through a fire and a broken neck, please. You know what I mean? And it made me realize, at that point I went from, because the uniform was pretty much the same color. So I went from being a superstar to, and I took it, and I took it well. I took it well. I didn't start I was a weak caterer, but I was the best after I left. I decided to move on. I learned how to cook. I was around the kitchen, around good food, around people, service, how to do a service. So it was all right. It was all right. It was what I needed, especially going back to where I failed at. Because I decided to go back to where I was a superstar. So see how I fed it, and I kept feeding it, and it kept me going. I said, I don't regret none of my choices. I wanted to go back and succeed. And I was a good student while I was there for that year. But the headaches, now I suffer from cluster headaches because of the accident and the surgery. So I get a lot of headaches. So that year, it was too much for me. The fire, it was too much. So I decided to go home. My choice again. I didn't call home and be like, oh, Ma, or no, it was one day, I'm ready and I'm out. So I decided to go home and start working. I started at the housing department, working with people, with youth, pretty much in the housing department, cleaning it, the maintenance department. I done that for 4 years. I was a caseworker dealing with troubled youth. And like I said, everywhere I've been, I saw the good in people and I took the positive out of it. So when I was working with youth, it's like, why not that I was down? But it showed me there's worse people out there. They have it worse than you. These are kids that seen a lot of worse things in life. You know what I mean? So it kept me to be passionate about what I was doing at the time, being a caseworker, going every day and smiling and singing and giving my best to these kids, because they really needed it. They needed the best of me. They didn't even want you know what I mean? So it kept me with their teaching, always positive, always. It was like I set my own life puzzles. So I wanted to help kids, and I got there and I did my best. So I left that a couple years ago. I became a mover because it was paying a little more. It was like I needed more money at the time. So I became a mover. Again, I was the worst mover at the beginning. I was the best when I left. And out of nowhere, I went to, mind you, I haven't been in the Dominican Republic since I was 9. All this time, we'll say 18 years later. So, you know, I got a little vacation from work, and I decided to go back to my roots 18 years later. So that alone was like talking to my father for the first time in 18 years. Seeing my uncle and my family for 18 years, where I grew up, because I was born there. And, you know, and then they brought me up when I was 7, and then I went back when I was 9. After that, when I was 30. So I kept the Spanish, my heritage, because of Lawrence. My mom, you know, the Spanish, the culture that Lawrence has. And I went back, and right away people started, oh, Primo, why you didn't show up, and why you never call, what were you around? And right away, I was already ready for it, because I was like, I made them understood that I was 9. I was 9 when they, you know, where was my parents when I was 9, 10, 11? I couldn't just hop on a plane myself and go, right? So where were the adults in my life? And sooner or later, we bonded for that 2 weeks, and that made me stronger, seeing people were less happier than me, we'll say. You know, the culture, everything clean, we'll say, and the actual food, how they process their food, how they eat, how they just live life, period, with less. And I'm over here in America, that with chances, millions of chances, I could fall down a whole bunch of times and still get up and still have a chance more than what they have. You know, so that I grabbed that from that trip, and it made me better. Again, I saw the best of the Dominican Republic. Instead of just, oh, the girls are gonna have fun, the party, I grabbed it and I went for my roots again. I wanted to build myself up. And I took that, you know what I mean? And I came back and I was like, you know what? I need to do something about it. In the sense, first of all, it hit me too to be like, I'm proud to be an American, because I had the ticket to go. I was like, I want to go home. After a couple weeks, you know, a week and a half, I was like, I'm ready to go home. There's a lot of people that can't, and they got to eat it. That poverty, the no light, no food, no health insurance, no schools like this to teach, no lunch and breakfast, none of that. They ain't got none of it. So I saw it, and I was like, man, I'm proud to be an American. And I came back, and I started my own job. I wanted to do what made me happy, control of my time, and I quit my job as a mover. I was like, I'm done. You know, every time I moved on for something better. I never burned my bridges. I could go back and still open arms to be a mover and still make money as a mover. Because they know my efforts, and I put my time, and they go, I'm a great worker. It got me to people lend me their hand and their confidence, because work and my efforts got me to them to believe in me as a person. So I came back, and I started Años Fitness, LLC. I made it my own company out of nothing. I had no money. I just wanted something new, and Santo Domingo helped me up. I needed to do what I wanted to do and make an impact. And I started it, and I have 150 members taking my class. I'm open Monday to Saturday. I want to see them every day. For once, you build relationship like that. You just don't throw somebody in. But if they see me every day, they're gonna be like, this guy's like this every day. This is him every day. I want them to know me first. And then we get results. I'll teach you whatever after that. That's why I've always been great at fitness. It's more that relationship, even for me too. You know, I needed to see you every day, and that's how we build relationship, and that's how we get results. And I started that, and it's been a year. I work for myself now, and I'm doing what I love. This is my first time. I'm telling you this. I've spoken to a few groups, and I appreciate it. And thank you for bringing me home. And I'm around. I wanted to make this injury stopped me a little bit. It handicapped me. I was moving. I had my legs, but it stopped me. I was a little handicapped. I'm my own little, you know. And I always wanted to come back and tell my brother that that I love you. Thank you for your teachings, your time, your patience. You know, you gave me advices. I took it. And I always knew you were going to open me up with open arms. Your little brother wanted you to be proud of me. And that was what I was shying away, because I wanted to make him proud. And the boys club, when I went back, and to tell him that your hard work and your efforts didn't go in vain. I took it, and I've been living my life the right way because of you. You know, and I owe it, because I didn't have that. So somebody had to install it in me, and it was you, and blessed from above, you know? And I thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We'll go back there. And now we got a little workout. What I do best. This is what I do best. This is me now, okay? So I won't be shy, no crying and stuff. This is what I do.